What's going on, everybody, and welcome to the other side of the Firewall podcast, where we talk about the latest and greatest in cybersecurity news, as well as we highlight those movers and shakers and glass ceiling breakers, those people of color who've made it to the other side of the proverbial firewall. My name is Ryan Williams, and as always, I'm joined by Shannon Times.
What's up? What's up?
What's going on? And welcome back. We've been gone for like 5 weeks, 6 weeks. It's my fault. As you can see, my location has changed, and we are back with the show. So for all 5 subscribers, please continue to tune in. Without further ado, I'll give it to Shannon.
All right, everybody. So this first article we have is from cybersecuritynews.com, and it's written by Guru. Actually, that is actually who they have. They're getting credit to on this article. But the title of it is WhatsApp data of over 500 million users' phone numbers around the globe up for sale. So apparently there was a recent data security breach, and there was a threat actor that posted over 500 million active WhatsApp user phone numbers, right, on a hacker platform, right? So what they're saying is that this database includes information from WhatsApp users in 84 different countries, right? So this is one of those things where when we start thinking about what we're going to use, like when it comes to WhatsApp, we're like, oh, it's secure end-to-end, messaging, right? So like, this is something, I want to look forward to. So this aspect of it where, the phone number that's being used for it, not something we're really going to think about being what am I trying to say here? Not violated, being useful. Yeah. You don't think about that. You're just like, it's just my phone number, whatever, right? Until you start getting phone calls about your auto warranty, and
yeah, we've been looking for you.
Yeah, you know what I mean? It's like, and then they don't feel sorry for you if you break down the side of the road. They'd be like, hey, we tried to call you, you know what I mean? We tried to get you. So but yeah, this is one of those things where people aren't really worried about their number being out there. I mean, think about how many times people just put their number down when it's entering a raffle or something like that. They just put it out there for whatever, right? They don't read the fine print where it says, hey, we have the right to sell your number for this or that or the third. But yeah, this is a major breach, man. Like that's a lot of numbers. It's a lot of users, and I don't know what the membership is for WhatsApp, right? Like this could be people that had it before, don't have it now, could be active users, but 500 million user phone numbers around the globe up for sale. Like this is just something that's, again, they're not saying that the messages were compromised, right? So any messages in WhatsApp, that's not compromised, right? So that encryption that you have for that's still apparently good. But just having your number out there, man, that's not necessarily the best thing either, right? Because then you can get numbers that can get spoofed for different things and whatnot. It's just not a good look. But Ryan, what's your thoughts on this, man?
Yeah, it is pretty wild. So I was talking to a coworker when I was overseas, because we use it because we don't have the same numbers, right? So like if you want food delivery or something like that, like typically there's a WhatsApp associated with it. But I was like, it's not secure. Like just use it as much as you need it. They're like, no, I use it for all my messages and whatnot. Well, here's a prime example, right? So out of the 2 billion active users a month, over 500 million of them were breached. Yeah, it's crazy, right? 2 billion. So like, what is that? A fourth of the world's population uses WhatsApp every month. So it's almost akin to a utility, right? Like everyone uses this thing. But again, I was using this sparingly, but as soon as it came to the States, I got rid of it. But that doesn't mean that I wasn't part of the breach just because I'm not actively using my account. Who's to say when they did this scraping and stole this data? So you might think it's benign, like, oh, my number's out there, I don't care, I'll block whoever is trying to contact me, whatever. But you will get spam. Spam calls. You'll get people trying to solicit to you. You may wind up on somebody's distro list. You'll start getting texts and things of that nature. And that's the scary part, right? Like those SMS links that you may get. You click one of those bad boys, you don't know what you're giving up. Like potentially passwords to other accounts and all other types of data. And who's to say if this is the end of it, right? Like, so they have your number, but what else did they capture? So for all we know, they also have messages and things of that nature. So you could be blackmailed. And that's not to make people more scared, right? Because it probably is just phone numbers. Because it's probably easy to capture, it's easy to sell. If you just make $1 off each number, you're 500 billionaire. So and I don't know if that's how much the going rate is, but let's just say it's a quarter. Still, it was worth the theft if you don't get caught, right? But I read in the article where they were saying like the terms of service are supposed to stop this from happening, and there supposed to be policies in place, both logically and um, what's the word I'm looking for? Like legally to stop this from happening. But obviously, criminals don't care, right? They don't care about the terms of service. Like, okay, that's for normal people. Like, I'm going to steal this and sell it. So that's not going to protect you per se. It just stops. It just allows them to sue you if you do the theft. Um, but then when it comes to physical, uh, you know, procedures and requirements and things of that nature, obviously they failed. So this is going to be big on WhatsApp. And I think WhatsApp belongs to Meta, if I'm not mistaken. I think Meta purchased them. I could be wrong though. Like forgive me if I'm incorrect, but Meta has bought everybody. So I would be very surprised if they weren't under the Meta umbrella or someone else's umbrella at this point, especially with 2 billion people being serviced every month. That's crazy revenue, right? So just be wary, and then of course be careful when it comes to receiving SMS messages and things of that nature. Don't click links, just in case you were part of this breach, which you probably were if they are servicing 2 billion people. Like I may be part of this breach unknowingly. But that's pretty much all I have when it comes to this one. Like I was it's very timely, right? I literally just had this conversation with somebody and then boom, it happened. So I'm going to forward him the link. I'm like, see, this is probably you.
From your spoofed number,
Right. Yeah, who's to say somebody doesn't use my number to do something nefarious now? Like you brought up a good point. Like they could potentially use my number and try to impersonate me. Now I'm out here sending pictures and things of that nature that you know what I mean, like don't belong to me. But now there's what is that, now repudiation comes into question. So like that CIA triad is you know under attack with this particular attack, the particular vulnerability and attack that happened. So um, I don't know. It's crazy out there. Be careful. Don't use more apps than you need to, and then just be weary of again receiving those links now that your data may be potentially out there and sold to somebody else. Yeah, so I think that pretty much wraps this episode. Please continue in. I'm a little rusty. All right, it's been 5 weeks, 5 6 weeks. So please continue to tune in. Today was WhatsApp. Tomorrow will be an article about the U.S. banning more electronics coming from China, and then the Wednesday discussion will be about passwordless um, solutions, passwordless future that we're hopefully on the precipice on, and then Friday talk about everything else. So everything non-cyber related, hit us up on all the social medias with our name. You can hit me up personally. I'm Rai Security Guy. That's at Rai Security Guy. I'm on LinkedIn and Clubhouse. I'm no longer on TikTok, and I'm not using Twitter right now. It's crazy over there. It's for the time being. So definitely hit me up, and I will definitely respond to you. So stay safe, stay secure.